So with the ongoing allegations against Vince McMahon, which at this point, from my understanding, just seems to be a lawsuit with some heinous allegations. The feds did run up in the WWE headquarters and whatnot, from my understanding, like a raid or whatever. There seems to be an investigation open against Vinnie Mac and the WWE, as we saw that back in the past. But now they're merged with UFC and the whole TKO thing, and Vince stepped down obviously with these allegations. It's not a good look for the company at all. Reminds me a lot, in my opinion, let me know if you guys feel very similar situations, the allegations against Diddy. I mean, there's way more accusers, but to me it's like the same thing, where allegations is wild, flucked up, sick, twisted stuff, but currently is nothing more than lawsuits. Although I feel like Diddy will be indicted with a RICO, has been my prediction. We'll see what's happening with all that. But with Vince McMahon, like I said, I believe the feds are looking into him as well. Will he face federal charges? Will Diddy? Will both of them? Comment your thoughts about it all. But Brock Lesnar's name is attached to Vinnie Mac's situation in a real sick, flucked up way, pretty much with the trafficking allegations, on top of it all. It's said, alleged, that Vince McMahon, when he was trying to re-sign Brock Lesnar, after he had victimized this woman, he was using her as a bartering chip in ongoing contract negotiations with Brock. It's all flucked up, all twisted, some sick, disturbing-ish. Comment and share your thoughts. But Brock Lesnar, has been out of the sight of the fans, of the public, for quite some time. There's been reports he's just off doing him, hunting, chilling, doing what he does or whatever. But the fans are always saying, what's up with Brock? Is he going to come back? What's the deal? This, that, and the third. And you see someone here erroneously threw this clip up on the timeline, saying it was his last fight that had to be stopped because of a TKO or whatever. But this actually isn't his last fight. His last fight was against Mark Hunt, which he won by unanimous decision. But then the decision was overturned because Brock had a couple dirty tests and all that. And, he stepped away from UFC with a 5-3-0 record. And it was what it was. I believe he held championship gold for a little bit or whatever. But at the end of the day, to me, it really felt like his career was over in a blink of an eye, What do you guys think about all the UFC fans, Brock's career? Do you think he was a solid fighter? Do you think he'll ever come back, like this person is asking here? Again, this isn't his last fight. I believe this is, what's his name? Alistair Overeem. This was the fight after losing to Velasquez, I think. And you see the way people are reacting here. Again, Brock Lesnar, last UFC match, which he lost by stoppage. Do you think Brock will have one more run in the UFC? What's going to be the future for Brock? No, I mean, he could. Brock is unpredictable. I don't think so. As a matter of fact, since he takes such long breaks, I'm not sure he'll even show back up in the WWE. Honestly, seems like Brock is just happy being Brock and doing Brock things. True, I agree. His last UFC match was against Mark Hunt at UFC 200, and he won by unanimous decision and absolutely dominated that fight. Wait, yeah, it was. So the person was like, yo, I was tripping. Someone else says, wasn't his last match in UFC. But again, that decision got overturned, and this officially goes down in the books as a no contest. Someone else says, Overeem at his peak, 14 times the normal testosterone of a normal human being. Laughing. Brock got his ass whooped in this one, right? Diverticulosis, he was barely able to stand up before the fight and almost won. What do you guys think about that, man? Brock, this person I think is fanning out. Was it the diverticulitis? Did he almost win? I thought he got mollywopped. His last fight was against Mark Hunt, which he won. Too old. Someone says he won't be back. So what do you guys think about it all? Like I said, with Brock, will he be back? What do you think about him being mentioned in these allegations? And as far as everything going on, to me, it seems, once again, that the feds are looking into Vince McMahon or WWE, but like officially with the whole corporate structure, he's like back in the cut now, just chilling while the legal proceedings are going on, which just officially is a lawsuit, and there's not much updates on it all. It seems like it's kind of stalling itself out, like Vince McMahon is getting things postponed, and I believe like there was some other stuff saying too that the feds were going to finish their investigation before they commenced forth with the lawsuit. Like, what do you guys think will be the outcome of it all? Vince McMahon actually, I'm sure a lot of people remember, went toe-to-toe with the feds. Totally different situation with the roids, and did win. This is some whole other ish, you know. He's accused of grooming a woman, you know, filming disgusting ish against her will, circulated and around the company, making her, you know, pushing her to do ish with other people, and again, using her as like a bartering chip with trying to sign Brock Lesnar. And, you know, allegedly there's evidence out there like text messages and things like that as receipts. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but what does everyone think about it all? And do you guys think, with all this being said, whether anything happens to Brock or not, do you think that this will tarnish his name? Which, if he was involved in some sick ish, like what they're saying, like he's a foul motherfucker, right? You know, but do you think he'll stay out the limelight for good? And, you know, just hit the comments with your thoughts about it all. But with all that being said, and legal proceedings in UFC and MMA, right? I wanted to talk real quick about an update in regards to another individual who's looking at a lot of time in prison, who fought Brock Lesnar and beat him as well. Cain Velasquez.
New at noon, former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez has pleaded no contest to a vigilante shooting committed in 2022 during a hearing at a Santa Clara County courtroom earlier today. This comes after an 11-mile high-speed chase that would eventually run through the city of San Jose. Investigators say Velasquez fired multiple times at a truck with 3 people inside, including a man accused of molesting a relative of his. One person was hurt, and as part of the deal, he pleaded no contest to attempted murder, felony assault charges, and other gun charges.
So y'all hear what it is, man. They came to a plea bargain. He gets sentenced in October, a couple months away, October 18th. He pled out to like 10 felonies or whatever. And, you know, we were all rooting for Cain, man, right? Like, what happened is so sick and twisted, and like, that motherfucker deserves to die and rot. He's an evil sack of garbage, and, you know, everyone has been rooting for Cain. He did, you know, what a lot of individuals would do if someone hurt someone in their family, man. Go after the evil piece of garbage. But what happened in the mix of it all is he just went on this chase. He couldn't think about nothing but getting at this dude, and he fired them shots, you know, endangered, they say, innocent people, as there was other people in the car. Were those people that were aware of who this sick sack of ish is? You know, are they truly innocent people? But either way, the way it's looked at is, yo, you were firing a gun on the street. It's reckless endangerment. You can't just be busting shots like that. Bullets could ricochet and go other places. You know, it's just a fucked up situation, you know, where I feel like everyone, except for the evil demons out there, everyone was rooting for Cain. But ultimately, you know, like, we're all like, yo, he's probably gonna go do some time. But with the plea bargain, you know, in the books and everything, it's like the sentencing day just around the corner. It's like the drop off in time and what he's looking at is wild. They're saying the max is 44 months to life, and the minimum is probation. You know, like, that's a hell of a drop off. No more jail time with probation on the low end, or on the high end, 44 months to life. Like, what do you guys think about it all? What will the judge decide? You know, like how they have legal precedents to say, hey, this person was legitimately just on one, you know, because of the fucked upness of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, they caught someone harming their family. Like, you know what I mean? There is legal precedence for the court to take mercy on the individual, and I hope that they do that for Cain. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. This just was such a horrible situation. And October 18th, we're gonna find out what will be the final disposition of the case. So with that being said, man, there's the update with Cain. You heard what we were talking about with Brock. Let's talk about it all in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit them buttons for me if you're new to the channel. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.